Most people thought the British pound was unshakable, like a rock nobody could touch. Government said everything was fine, investors were staying safe, and nobody thought anything could go wrong. But George Soros saw something different. Back in 1992, Britain had joined a European money system that forced the pound to stay strong. On paper, it looked stable, but Soros noticed problems everywhere. Interest rates were super high, the economy was weak, lots of people were losing jobs, and the pound was way too strong for what the economy could handle. He knew it wouldn't last. While everyone else was playing it safe, Soros made a bold and risky move. He borrowed billions of pounds and sold them, planning to buy them back later at a cheaper price when the pound finally dropped. This is called short selling. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. You borrow something, sell it, wait for the price to go down, then buy it back cheaper and make a profit. But it's scary because if the price goes up instead, you can lose a ton of money. The British government noticed what was happening and tried everything to stop the pound from falling. They raised interest rates suddenly, trying to force investors to keep money in the country. They spent billions of pounds buying their own currency to make it stronger. Newspapers were full of warnings and investors everywhere were panicking. Most people would have run for the hills, but Soros didn't panic. He doubled down on his bet, increasing how much he had at stake because he believed he was right. That's one of the first big lessons here. Confidence matters. When you study the facts and see the opportunity, you have to have the courage to act, even if everyone else thinks you're crazy. As the day went on, the pressure on the pound kept building. Investors were scared. The government couldn't hold up the currency, and tension was through the roof. Finally, on a day that would be called Black Wednesday, the government gave up. They left the European money system, and the pound's value crashed. Soros quickly bought back the pounds he had sold, now at much lower prices, and made over $1 billion in a single day. His hedge fund made several billion more in the following days. The newspapers called him the man who broke the Bank of England, and the story became legendary in finance circles. But this story is more than just money. It's about thinking differently, spotting opportunity, and acting at the right time. First, Soros looked at the big picture, not just numbers. Most investors were watching daily prices, but he studied interest rates, unemployment, government policy, and the overall economy. He saw the cracks others ignored. That's lesson number one. Don't just watch the obvious numbers. Look deeper. Second, you can make money when things go down, not just when they go up. Most people only think about making profits when markets rise, but Soros made his billions from a collapse. Third, bold moves pay off. It's scary to bet billions against a government, but sometimes the right move is the one nobody else dares to take. Fourth, timing is everything. You have to wait for the perfect moment. Jump too early, you risk losing it all. Jump too late and you miss the chance. And fifth, patience pays off. Soros didn't rush. He studied the market, waited for the right pressure to hit, and then acted decisively. Even if you're not dealing with billions of dollars or currencies, these lessons can apply to investing, business, or even personal money decisions today. Seeing what others miss, staying calm when everyone else panics, and acting with confidence are what separates the smart from the average. Soros's story also shows the power of psychology. He knew how governments react under pressure, how investors panic, and how fear can create opportunity. In a way, it's like a chess game. Most people are reacting to moves as they happen, but Soros was thinking 10 steps ahead. For US viewers, the story hits hard because it's dramatic, tense, and about winning against the odds. It's about brains, guts, and timing, not just luck. You can feel the tension of the market collapsing, the panic of investors, and the calm calculation of one man who saw the truth. This is why his story is still taught in finance schools and still fascinates investors today. It's proof that understanding the system, trusting your analysis, and acting boldly can create huge results. And that's the real lesson of George Soros on Black Wednesday. Think differently, act decisively, and don't be afraid to take smart risks when you see an opening that no one else sees.